Testing, mic check. Cinnamon buns, cinnamon buns, cinnamon buns. Hello, friendos. My name is Nez, and we are once again back at it again for some more Arknights, because today we're gonna be finishing our story reading of the AVE MUJICA collab story, Somniloquium Serenum. I finally got that right. Might as well, considering that we are at the finale of this story. A little recap of everything that's happened so far. Morpheus, a little brat from the Castle of Dreams, isekai'd the AVE MUJICA girls onto Terra. We don't actually know if they've been on Terra proper. So far, we've only seen them in the dream realm, in their own individual dreams. We don't know if they've actually met anyone else but Morpheus. Everything's kind of an Inception-y kind of thing, dog. What is real? What is real in any of these dreams? Did they actually meet Aya? Did they actually meet Iris? Or is it just dream weaving by Morpheus? But the important part is we're slowly trying to save everyone and get them to wake up. Problem is, 2 down. The last 2 though, kinda hard, kinda tough. They kinda refuse to leave their dreams and wake up. They kinda like their dreams. So we're kinda falling into despair kinda here. So Sakiko probably has to work a bit harder to save the last 2, and then how they'll convince Morpheus to let them leave the dream. I feel like Iris is just gonna come. Iris is gonna come and then correct Morpheus. They probably left her behind alone in the Castle of Dreams, all alone. This is just her acting out, and this is eventually a setup of how she'll eventually go to Rhodes Island and become an operator. This is just set up for that. Surely. Surely. Either way, though, we gotta save the other AVE MUJICA girls, and they also have to join the slightly growing band of isekai NPCs, collab operators, however we want to call them. You think they'd sit at a lunch table beside Team Rainbow? It's like, of shared interests, both Team Rainbow and AVE MUJICA are kind of world travelers from our real world, technically. Surely they're from the same Earth. Imagine that on Rhodes Island. Team Rainbow and the AVE MUJICA girls just interacting over their shared isekai problems of how they cannot leave Terra. Meanwhile, the Dungeon Meshi crew are just breaking the laws of this breaking the laws of this world for goofs and gaffs, to my dismay. While Rainbow Six was like, yeah, gunpowder is kinda hard to make on this planet. And it's so much weaker than Originium, by the way. I digress, though. Okay, that's housekeeping done with. And now, let's finish off this story to Somniloquium Serenum. Like I said, the 2 girls, well, that's EX mode. The 2 girls that we haven't saved yet, unfortunately, want to stay in the dream. So how will we break them out? Okay. So we're at SS-6, if I remember correctly. Echoing Hall. SS-6. Stay a while and watch the engraved pillars and the patterned floor beneath your feet. Listen. Where do these echoing footsteps come from? Let's turn it up. Okay. A cold wind whistles past my ears. Down I fall faster and faster. But there's no end to this abyss. We're back in Longman? My crazy ideas? You're the only drummer I know who could actually make them happen. You were the most hardworking drummer I ever met. All you had to do was be yourself and nothing more. Are we finally seeing what happened after they jumped out of the window in Lungmin? No. And after we had the standoff in the rain of Syracuse, which gave hella Lapland, Texas vibes. You kept hopping from group to group, yet you never found a place to truly belong. Is this really the life you want? You should never have had to bear this pain. Omiri, let's get out of here. Together. Meanwhile, the ones that got away. I will find you. I have to. Uika. Mutsumi, none of this is real. We need to... Bang! Did we break through the ceiling? No, we just woke up again. We're in the Castle of Dreams. Her heart rate is ragged, her breathing is out of control, and her back is soaked with sweat. Sakiko's consciousness has returned to her body once more, albeit in the most awful, unbecoming manner. This brat. Felt real, didn't it? Falling straight to the ground from who knows how high up. Oh, and then when the dream shattered, you were trapped in dreamless limbo. How did that feel? No matter how sweet those dreams were, they have to come to an end. You pry into their most fragile parts and dramatize them over and over. Must say, don't agree. Before you barge into their dreams uninvited, they'd all but forgotten about you and your insignificant little band. AVE MUJICA is our contract. They entrusted their lives to me. You were the only one who ever cared about it. What do you... Heard it for yourself, didn't you? One after another, they all rejected you. Wait, no, we didn't even save the first two? They all stayed in their dreams? That's why we didn't get any continuation right after the stories. Not a chance. Everyone here loves me for the actress I am. I gave everything I had for this, and now you're telling me it's all fake? What a load of crap. I'm not accepting that. This is my dream and I don't need anyone else in it. Thanks. How can you possibly understand me? This lifestyle is perfect. It suits me better. I don't need someone to save me. And no one can save me. We didn't even catch up to the last two. I knew it. Mutsumi-chan didn't need Sakiko. Mutsumi, though, pushed us off a cliff, so... What's the deal with Mutsumi? I have no idea what her background is in AVE MUJICA. Does she have a multiple personality kind of thing? I got to see every one of your sorriest, most helpless, most laughable moments. You may have destroyed the dreams I spun, but I suppose this makes us even. And I have to thank you. You roamed their dreams again and again. In the process, proving to me that the dreamlands I wrote were perfect and impeccable. And now, even that pest ought to admit, it's me. I'm the most talented of us all in the Castle of Dreams. Sure, you are. Best. What are you talking about? Didn't you meet her in your dream? The snooty girl, flowery high nobility frock, all the outdated pleasantries. Are we talking about Iris? Just being around her puts me ill at ease. Iris is this place's master. You're nothing but a fraud. She said it. No matter how sweet the dream, one has to wake up in the end. Ugh. Sakiko feels her vocal cords freeze in place. She cannot make even the slightest beep. You know what? I finally understand why you get on my nerves so much. You're just like her. You never listen to what others think. You just sit there spouting big empty words forever. You say they entrusted their lives to you, but let's be fair. You just don't want to be abandoned by others, isn't that right? I've seen your life. There's not much to it. Just a princess's stubborn struggle after her fall from grace. Each and every action of yours was done to deceive and persuade yourself, and to present yourself as never having fallen. You're self-important, conceited, and an utter lost cause. What exactly does your band entail? Just a bunch of girls using so-called contract to bind one another for fun. And now that they've all found happiness, of course they're abandoning you. Poor Sakiko Togawa. All alone once more. If you really believe what Iris said, then fine, I'll prepare another round of sweetest dreams for you. It'll be perfect, impeccable. Realize it's all a farce all you want, you still won't want to wake up. Like your bandmates, you'll wallow in your dreams, unable to ever pluck yourself out. Something to say? Alright, you get one last time. Speak your mind. The impish girl draws a pattern in the air, and there is a sensation of chains falling away. Then the chains are pulled tight once again. Little brat. I knew it, you are much cuter when you're not talking. As Sakiko struggles, Morpheus paces closer, step by step. Out reaches her right hand and she places it on Sakiko's cheek. Oh, ye princess of hypocrisy. While you were on your dream tour, I've come to completely understand you as a person. What you thirst for the most, what you need the most, and what you fear the most. But don't worry, this dream will be absolutely perfect. You'll be more awake than ever. Not that you'll ever want to wake up. Now sleep, my noble, selfish, conceited little doll girl. Sweet dreams. Clank, clunk. Sakiko. Sakiko. Who? What? Where? Oh, we're back on the Rhodes Island vehicle. I'm not the kind of person you can claim I... Sakiko bursts out yelling and she is no longer in the castle, and Morpheus is nowhere to be found. Can't we ask Dream Iris? Is Dream Iris even real, or is she just another NPC? Can we even ask her for help? It was her charm that broke her out in the first place. How does that work? You okay? You look terrible. You have another nightmare? I'm back in my dream again. What are you talking about? Didn't you just wake up? What, you sleep so long your brain's fuzzy? Iris and Ben are here. How do you... I don't believe I introduced myself. I think she was already asleep when we got on. Vigna and I aren't late. The dream has changed. Yeah, we were going after the girl who needed her birthday dream. Sakiko, you know, you keep saying some pretty weird stuff. We are heading to a small town in Victoria to find a girl named Anne who is acquainted with Iris. This vehicle will have a flat tire soon. We will be forced to get out to fix the tire, delaying us by a few hours. Are we going to Victoria to find Anne? Who's Anne? Do you know Iris? I don't. Is that a friend of yours who lives there? What? You don't know her, Iris? Then Vigna and I... hello, we're on a field mission not too far away from your home. I figure I'd bring you back for a break, let you see your family. Oh. This is gonna be about family. I see now. You've been mega busy with work. Gotta be a while since the last time you went home, right? What's going on? Why did the car suddenly stop? Did a tire burst?
Phew. We almost hit a bird and beast. That was close. No worries. We can get back on the road right away.
As the engine starts humming again, the view outside the window begins to move once more. The same wilderness, and the same companions. That said, this dream is starting to bear its own colors. Ew. Back into the dream we go! We gotta break out! One last trap laid by Morpheus. We gotta break out on our own. Iris! Benna! I brought you all sweets, just like I promised. Everyone gets a fair share. Yay! Now did you keep your promise too? Have you figured out what you treasure the most? I treasure my beastie bank. Look at all the coins I've saved. I planted these flowers myself. They finally sprouted. They're so pretty and I was wondering if you could preserve them. Okay, one at a time. Line up, everybody. Iris and Benna try to have each child introduce their treasures in an orderly manner, but it seems every one of them is exuding limitless passion. The children's excited voices don't die down for a second, but there's no chaos in Sakiko's eyes. On the contrary, the sight before her is filled with warmth. Why, if it isn't Sakiko, what brings you home so suddenly? Sorry, who? We just happened to have a field mission in the area, so I figured I'd bring Sakiko along. Get her to pay her family a visit while she's here. Your father's been talking about you every day, you know. He says you've been so busy interning at a large company, you hardly ever write home. I've never seen him that talkative. He must really miss you. You should hurry home, give him a nice surprise, and lift that weight off his shoulders. Sakiko, you've been acting kind of weird. Like your reactions are kind of slow. Pardon me. How do I get home from here? Though the conversation that follows is incredibly embarrassing, Sakiko follows the kind town person's instructions and successfully makes her way back. Following the meandering path, she at last arrives at the door of what is allegedly her home, a white, strange building. The flowers and grass in the courtyard are well maintained. She can hear the flower bed sprinklers quietly watering the plants around them. The chimney lets out puffs of smoke as the master of the house prepares for lunch. But she knows that this return is not her real home. Her real home is in a faraway, unreachable place. Home. The first thing that comes to her mind is the Togawa family mansion, followed by the dusty, cramped little place her father rented that always smells of alcohol. She thinks about how hardworking her father once was. Alas, her real father is probably wandering the streets with a bottle of booze right now. He might even be uttering her name, though the sorry excuses he gives alongside are the furthest thing from sweet. Right, that is Sakiko Togawa's reality. What she sees before her is a dream spun for her by Morpheus, as it doubles as a cage to imprison her. Suddenly, the aroma of food seizes her. Is that supposed to be Sakiko's father? Has her real father been shown, or is this just a random Arknights NPC they gave horns to? I feel like the apple fell far from the tree. None of your genes actually put up a fight, aside from maybe the horns. But then again, these horns aren't real.
Sakiko? What brings you back all of a sudden? I thought you were busy with work.
I am. We have a field mission, so I thought I would drop by.
You've hardly ever written home. Every day I've been reading a few letters you send over and over.
They're no more than simple letters. You needn't...
How could they be no more than letters when they're written by my dear daughter?
Father, I think something's burning.
Just hold on.
Where's her mother?
I lost track of time. I'll have to remake it from scratch. I was taking classes for a good while to learn to make your favorite dishes, Sakiko. How about a taste?
Father? I thought you never used to cook.
I have a lot more time on my hands nowadays, so I thought I might as well try something new. And look at you. How much weight have you lost? We have regular medical evaluations at Rhodes Island. I weigh just as much as I did before. No, you've definitely lost some weight.
With a worried look on his face, Sakiko's father reaches out a hand to pat his daughter's head.
Huh?
Her father's hand feels at once unfamiliar and nostalgic. As she remembers it, she would always be stooping down, her drunken father's arm over her shoulder as they slowly inched homeward one step at a time. His hand hung over her, so feebly before her eyes, as close as it was just now, but so different.
I'm not a child anymore. Please don't. Well, you'll always be my darling daughter. Don't want you forgetting your smile, not even when you're out working. Yes.
The two of them smile at each other. The hesitation in Sakiko's mind is cast aside. She's certain that this smile of hers right now is true and genuine. Is that a piano?
I can hear a piano from upstairs. Do we have a guest today? What are you talking about, Sakiko? Surely that's Mizuho practicing the piano. Mother? Well, yes. It's always been you and Mizuho who know how to play it. Alright, I haven't told Mizuho you're back yet. She's going to be overjoyed to see you. You should head up.
Okay, this time, I foresee that maybe her mother might not be alive. Question mark. Sakiko's legs begin to shake, and a low hum continues echoing in her mind. Piano. As the music continues, her memories of her mother slowly begin to well forth in her heart. She still remembers how she cried her eyes out on the day of her mother's funeral. Yep. The piano was her mother's favorite instrument. That is why Sakiko loves the piano. Sakiko's mother would hold Sakiko's hands so gently and teach her to feel her way around each and every key, black and white. In the days following her mother's death, Sakiko could still vividly recall every moment of her time spent with her mother, and kept playing song after song after song her mother had taught her. Run. All of this is fake. A dream spun from yarn by Morpheus. That is not her real mother. How could Morpheus possibly know everything about her? She's nothing but a crude forgery. And yet, her legs do not carry her to stop. They seem to move faster, if anything. Despite this being a dream, despite her being a forgery. Because just like that, she truly is right there. Sitting there completely engrossed in her performance. A ray of light filters in from the window, drapes her figure, making her somewhat hard to make out. But at this moment, only one thing is on Sakiko's mind.
Mother?
Her mother stops playing and turns around.
Sakiko?
Everything before her eyes is so real. A foul beast that flies for his whole life does so not out of unwillingness to land. Its decisive wings shroud the pain and tragedy that come with having no legs. I do not fear forgetting. Well, she got caught in the cage. How are we gonna break out of this one? SS-7, Relic of Eternal Splendor. All things fine and beautiful are eternal in the never-waking story.
You've gotten so good at the piano. Do you think so? I know better than anyone how much you've changed. I'm your mother after all.
Damn! Holy shit! Alright. Her genes definitely took over.
I can hear it all. How hard you've been working. I know your job must be so hectic and yet you've kept up with your piano practice. Huh? It seems you've gone through quite a lot out there.
I hate to disturb you two while you're practicing. Supper's ready.
This is wonderful.
What do you think? My cooking's really improved, eh?
You don't know the half of it, Sakiko. He had me taste test so much in order to finally get it to this point.
Hurry and give this salad a try, hmm?
Delicious.
I've made a lot of minor adjustments, so it's more to your liking. Not half bad, eh? And there's plenty more dishes you love on the way.
Yep. Sakiko? Sakiko?
What's wrong?
I think I've had a little too much to eat.
Can you even feel bodily functions in the dream realm? Like, how realistic does this dream realm go? Do they just keep repeating the same day, or does it function on a set of rules and NPC interactions that Morpheus writes? It's best not to think about it. Most people are in their dreams for one night maximum.
Are you feeling better now?
Sorry. I think I overdid it a little.
Honestly, your father never changes. But that's his style, I suppose. Honestly, most times it's quite adorable of him. You'll forgive him, won't you?
Can I truly forgive him when the man who shares his face has broken my heart countless times?
He really loves you, you know. And so do I. I really love the both of you. Mother, where's this coming from? I've been going through our photo albums more and more while you were away. I started from when you were born, then when you were 1, then 2, then 3. My childhood memory nearly failed me. Maybe, but there's nothing more important, nothing more special to a parent than their child. When you were born, your palm wasn't even half as big as mine. But look at you now. Yours is even a little bigger.
Sakiko's mother takes her hand and brings forth their palms together. For some reason, beyond herself, Sakiko grasps her mother's hand and locks fingers with hers.
Mother, your hand is so warm.
Hold up. Volume check. Was this how warm her palm is? Is this all real? Is everything I'm enjoying right now rational? Reasonable? How can it be this warm and yet this heartrending?
That's right. I'm here. Mother! Go on. You can cry all you want. I always comforted you like this when you cried. Was I really such a crybaby? When you were very, very little, oh, you would make the biggest fuss over a single sweet. You may be a strong woman now, but you were a big crybaby back then. Really? I don't remember at all. Your mother would never lie to you.
But you're not her mother.
Then, do you remember my high school entrance ceremony?
During my last year of middle school, my mother died of illness. Even if they're non-existent memories, even if they're things that never happened. But right now, all I want is the most beautiful answers I could get. I want to convince myself, to create the most wonderful memories, to believe in the sweetest dream I can.
Of course. I remember you in your school uniform. Our whole family took a photo together at the school gate. Yes, that sounds... Oh, that brings me back. What else have we done together, Mother? I want you to tell me. Tell me all about the memories we share. Sakiko, just how long have you been away from home? Aren't you the clingy one today? Home.
When did the word home start sounding so foreign to me?
Well, if you want, I'll reminisce a little more. Now, where should I begin? Let's start from when I was born. I want to hear it all. Okay, then we'll start from the day you were born.
And so, down the country path, at a leisurely pace, Sakiko and her mother walk side by side, and it feels as if they could walk forever. Just like that sweet, beautiful stretch of time they shared back when it all began. Unhurried. And without end. Their hands, the umbilical cord that connected them in the very beginning. Sakiko.
You found your way home! Miss Vigna, this carriage seems to be out of order. Now let me down.
Let's see. These controls aren't like what I learned at Rhodes Island. Ah, crap. We can't stop!
We're going to crash!
Sakiko, out of the way! Right. Maybe our Rhodes Island NPC friends can break us out of the dream. They seem to be acting autonomously from whatever Morpheus has written up. Seemingly.
Mother, would you mind waiting a moment? Of course, go ahead. Girls, are you alright? I'm okay. Butt hurts a little, but I'm fine. I swear Miss Iris too just now.
A familiar voice can be heard from deep within a hay pile.
Gah.
Quick, we gotta dig Iris out.
Right. I almost suffocated. Weren't you two collecting children's wishes? What are you doing here?
It all went better than expected. The children here are surprisingly good. You know, so we wrapped up ahead of time. I thought I'd give driving in the countryside a shot. Then car trouble hit while I was at the wheel and... Not my first time repairing vehicles like this one. Hurry, let's fix this one up together. Benna can fix vehicles?
I can hardly tell if my luck is supposed to be good or rotten today. I couldn't shake the worry something might happen, you know. I didn't expect our work to proceed so well today, and I certainly didn't expect this little mishap. I only hope we can have this fixed soon. At least we can be on our way back by tonight. Tonight?
Sakiko turns around to look behind her.
Not too far away.
Wait, not too far away, Sakiko's mother is watching her and her friends with a smile. She notices her daughter's glance, gives a light nod.
Would that be your mother? Yes. You very much resemble each other, especially the eyes and the mouth. I feel both a gentle warmth and a firm resolution in you. But I have no resolve. What makes you say that? Miss Iris, you're a fairy if I'm not mistaken. Yes, is something wrong? Fairies listen to people's wishes and then temporarily make them reality in their dreams, correct? Correct? But if people are well and truly trapped in their dreams, never to pluck themselves out, what should be done with them? A real fairy would never permit that to happen in the first place. If you spend too long in a dream, you lose the ability to discern between dream and reality. What if they never wake up? Sakiko, the worst outcome has never been the ability to wake up. Rather, it is when you accept everything in your dream as truth, and then you wake, only to find that all you have experienced was a fleeting mirage. After living a lifetime of happiness in the dream, you find yourself back in reality, back at the very beginning again. Your body is young, but your soul is old. The dream is well beyond your grasp. You are left with no choice but to carry on in life, utterly alone.
Okay, dog. Wow. That's wild. If they get trapped in the dream and get pulled out, they've practically lived numerous lifetimes. And now they'll be back in the beginning. But that's never happened. A real fairy would never let that happen, right, Iris? Surely.
Can you really call that a good dream? If it is doomed to fail, it should not be fled from in dreams. If they are destined to be missed, you must bid them farewell properly.
Sakiko looks back again. She has to accept that this is a lie. That she has to give herself closure.
Oh, I appear to have gone a little long. Am I interrupting your reunion with your mother? No, nothing of the sort. I apologize. Someone very important to me asked me the same question once upon a time. Because of my inability to give a firm answer then, things turned irrecoverable. Hence, I now lend such concern to this.
Hey! The car is all fixed up. Vigna, no more touching. No touching ever. Gah. Come on, girls. Get on.
Miss Sakiko, will you be coming back with us?
Neither, I think. We gotta leave the dream. Sakiko turns once more to look at her mother. She's still standing there, as though she's awaiting something. What if this is just Morpheus? Is she awaiting Sakiko's promise, or perhaps Sakiko's verdict? She simply stands there, looking on at her daughter with the warmest smile.
It's okay, Sakiko. You can stay here a little longer. You've been worn out lately. Yeah? You're due for a vacation anyway. I'll let HR know. Okay. Thank you.
We're staying!
Let me try that again. Sakiko, let's stop here for now. Aren't you tired? I'll make us some tea, and then we could take our time. I'm just nervous, that's all. How about a little chat then? Were those girls just now friends of yours? Yes, they are my co-workers at Rhodes Island, and very good friends of mine. Rhodes Island? Correct. A pharmaceutical company, boasting a landship of tremendous scale. Aboard the ship we live and work, sailing anywhere and everywhere in the world. The world?
Ooh, should not have said that. That's not a word we use here on Terra. Hey, yo! How does this event have Lone Trail references? She doesn't know. How is the sky... Bro, how is the sky pod relevant in this event, dog? That's a good world building right there. Terrans don't know what the word world means.
Terra. What an interesting word for it.
Bro. The dream is cracking. Morpheus doesn't know. She crafted this dream with only Terran knowledge. So she doesn't know what a world is, or what a universe is.
Does Rhodes Island have a piano room you could use? It does. There isn't too much entertainment while the ship is sailing. Many operators while away the time by playing instruments. At times I'll play a few songs on the keyboard in my dormitory room. Vigna has even formed her own band. And have you formed your own band too? I have. Is that with Miss Vigna? No, it's with others. Well, now I'm curious, Sakiko. What are these fellow band members of yours like? I have a drummer who constantly clashes with me over just about everything. Though her ambition and hardworking nature are second to none, we resemble sisters in arms more than we do friends. I have a bassist whose technique is superb. She handles all our behind-the-scenes work, schedules included, with great diligence. As a colleague, there could be no one more trustworthy. I have a guitarist vocalist who excels at songwriting. She has her own work as an idol to take care of, but in spite of how busy it makes her, she never ceases to support me. And I have another guitarist. We've been friends since childhood. She was always there for me, even when I left home and was all alone. By the sound of it, you're quite close-knit as a band. No, the reality is we constantly argue. We even disbanded before. Have you all made up since? I got separated from everyone. They're somewhere far away. Somewhere I cannot reach. How far away? From Victoria to Ursus? Or even farther than that?
They're as far away as you are, Mother.
Why the hesitation? Because I'm afraid that finding them means leaving you behind. I'm scared I won't be able to see you again. Silly girl, I'll always be here. Didn't you leave me behind?
Mama.
Look, dear, Sakiko is calling out to me.
Mama.
Sakiko, call out for Daddy too.
I don't know if it's Arknights or if it's AVE MUJICA. However, the mixing of the tragic vibes. It's like Xiaohei was depressing. Rainbow Six was realistic to the point where it was too real. Dungeon Meshi barely gave a fuck about taking anything seriously. AVE MUJICA, though, unironically, it beats Dungeon Meshi in maintaining the tone and mood of an Arknight story.
The key first, then this key. Wow, now I can play the same chord sounds as you, Mother. That's right. You're so amazing, Sakiko. I want to keep learning the piano with you, Mother. I want to be with you all the time. Yes, we'll always be together.
Nezeru-chan, she left us too soon. With a condition like hers, we'd be lucky to last as long as she did.
Mother?
Sakiko, I'll do everything I can for you.
That was a lie, apparently. A lie a promise he could not keep.
Father, why do you drink so much?
Sakiko, I'll do everything I can.
They're using the backgrounds from Hingashi.
I can't do this anymore.
Father, Mother would be so sad if she saw you like this.
Didn't she tell you how...
Shut up! Sakiko, I'm begging you. Just leave me be.
Mother, I know. I've always known. I shouldn't be here. This isn't my world. The sweetest dreams cannot last forever. The day will come when I have to leave you. And yet, how I wish the time for farewell would come a little later.
We did it. We broke out of the dream. She's accepted reality. The warmth of her body, the realness of her breathing. Sakiko's mother gazes warmly upon her.
I'm sorry, Sakiko. Mother lied to you. Huh? You knew, didn't you? That I wasn't your real mother? I'm sorry. I've been so careful to keep this little white lie going. I wasn't there at your high school entrance ceremony. Before you asked me that question, my memory of you was still in middle school. And I don't know why it is, but when I see you smile these days, there are dark clouds hanging above you. Sakiko, when did you start making this kind of face? Just what suffering have you been through in this stretch of time I know nothing about? I'm sorry. I don't know anything about this. All I know is that during your hardest, most painful moments, I wasn't there for you. Sakiko, I'm so truly happy that I got to see you. I really want to see you grow up. And I want to stand right there in front of the stage and see your live shows. And I want to meet those new friends of yours. I'm very greedy. I want to know everything about you and be there by your side. But because I'm your mother, and because I love you so much, I want you to leave this place and seek out your real life. Go, Sakiko. Go back to your own world. Mother!
The emotion upwelling in Sakiko's heart at last overflows. She buries her head in her mother's chest and bursts into tears. In contrast, as she has always done, Sakiko's mother simply strokes her back and consoles her.
Huh? Sakiko? Are you off again?
Sakiko has something important to do.
Oh, you just got home. Can't you stay a little longer?
Dear?
Alright. Sakiko, your mother and I are on the same page. Just remember to eat right while you're away from home.
Right, I will. Okay, I'll be off now.
Sure.
Have a safe journey, Sakiko.
She's finally broken out of the dream. And I feel like the others are gonna break out on their own. Fairy tale beginning. SS-8. The fairy tale is written, and the stage awaits. Do not hasten to leave, for you have a story to play. From the rooftop, dozens of stories high, the cars and people on the ground are like specks of dust. We've strengthened security around your home, Miss Nyamu. Until the situation is under control, please refrain from going out if all is possible. With the kidnappers still at large, the agency prefers you scale back your activities for the time being out of safety concerns.
Suspend activities?
Just temporarily. We're sifting through new prospective partners to ensure your absolute safety.
But my fans!
Miss Nyamu, you are one of Longman's biggest stars. You need to recognize your own popularity a bit more.
But
use this time to get some well-deserved rest. Or do something you enjoy. Just stay put. I'm going to hang up now. The LGD wants to talk with us again.
stay put, stay home? Huh?
Nyamu looks around her home. If it could even be called one. The massive TV in the living room, which only has ever one viewer. Someone comes to make the bed every day, it never looks like anything but factory new. Suddenly, something catches her eye.
Found you.
Perhaps it was not that she had forgotten them, perhaps she did not want to look for them. At some point, she chose to abandon them on her own accord. A set of drumsticks lying in the corner of her bookshelf.
1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, that was awful.
Meanwhile, back in Syracuse. You let her go. You defied my orders.
I broke the terms of our contract this time. Here's my penalty fee.
Miri pulls out a bag of gold coins and places it on the table in front of her boss. You're rejecting me.
I think it would be best if we stayed a hirer and contractor. I work better as a lone agent. If I want a partner, I have my base.
No, you want to go back to Francis and his people.
I've had quite a long-standing interest in their musical parties. Sorry, but I won't be taking a seat at your bigger stakes table.
Ha 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 ha! When did I say you'd have a seat? You've only ever been a chip. The chip not in a hand is worth nothing. With those words, the door slams open, and Emiri finds herself surrounded by multiple burly brawlers. Emiri turns back to look at the boss, and is greeted by the glinting end of a barrel. Her dream is kinda fucked up. Everyone gets a happy life. She's just in danger all the time. The island is about to disappear into the distance. What's wrong? You've been staring at the island the whole time.
I thought I heard someone calling to me.
Must have been hearing things. Nothing in these waters except the sound of waves and fowl. Morpheus also completely unaware about the seaboard, to put them in her dreams. Lot of luggage there. Headed to the city to strike it rich.
I'm looking for someone.
Ain't that the damnest thing? You're not the first one to say that.
What?
These waves are getting rough. Of them, darkness has started to creep into the sky. Watch out! Grab railing! But it is too late. A wave crashes down on the deck and sends seawater flooding into the cabins.
Wrong. 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 This guitar sounds wrong.
But she knows why full well. A classical guitar could never make the sound of an electric. It's awfully late, Mutsumi-chan. Won't you get some sleep? Look, at least just unlock the door.
We'll sit by your side and tell you bedtime stories, just like old times. No. Not unless you tell me where Saki went.
Well, we don't know either.
We don't know either. Maybe she went off and found her own happiness somewhere else? You're lying. Saki's not like that.
Are we gonna address the elephant in the room? The multiple personalitied elephant? There is no response from outside the door.
Saki won't change so easily. She wants me to return to AVE MUJICA. You mustn't change so easily either, Mutsumi-chan.
Somehow, Mutsumi's mother is standing behind her.
This isn't your dream. It's ours, too. We are all Mutsumi. This is our dream, together, where we could all truly exist, where we all find happiness. Mutsumi, you don't need Sakiko. You only need us. No. Let's be together forever and ever, okay? No.
Every single dream ended up as a nightmare.
10 minutes left.
Morpheus kinda sucks at dream weaving.
Bye, Miss Iris. Bye, Miss Benna. Bye-bye. You be good children, just like you promised. We will. Iris, Benna, all set? In that case, let's... Wait. Miss Sakiko? I thought you wouldn't come. Iris, the necklace. Necklace? In your left pocket. The necklace in the little box that keeps the nightmares away. What are you talking about, Miss Sakiko? I don't... What?
Iris reflexively reaches into her pocket and is surprised to indeed find something in there.
Sakiko, you don't actually have precognition, do you?
Center stage. Mutsumi lies in a pool of blood. What?
My child. Oh, my child. Help her. Somebody.
What's wrong? Is she hurt?
Poor girl, she's dead. How horrible.
It's all a trick. She's not dead. How could she be dead?
Cut.
You're an abysmal actor, Wolf.
Sorry. Acting's not my forte.
Oh, and you think you were any better? This won't do. I'm still short of actors. I need one more.
Morpheus stares daggers at the center of the stage. There, a blue-haired girl sits, eyes closed but brow furrowed as ever in struggle.
It's a Syracusan play. Caused quite the controversy in its opening run.
True and false. False and true. Why does everyone tie themselves in knots over which is which? Human beings have too strong a need to know everything down to the core.
Perhaps it's the very thing that makes them human. I'm sorry I spoke out of line again.
No, Wolf. You're fluent now.
Maybe it's all the rehearsals lately. Then again, maybe it's not the rehearsals, but the things I've been seeing. The sort of things that grow a heart a size or two.
Can a woven creation have a heart?
The books tell of a metal man who gained one. Perhaps I can too.
Tin Man! Tin Man reference in 26. In my collab event.
Tut, shouldn't have let you read so much. I liked your stuttering better. She has no heart anymore. I can patch her back up, but without a heart she'll never leave this place again. You decide. Decide Morpheus's fate. Oh, Iris. Benna. Alas, it would be better if you didn't talk. If only everyone was like me.
Does she not have a heart? Morpheus, it's time we ended this farce of yours. She's awake. Upon the stage, where dolls slumber, now a doll stands.
What? Excuse me, how? This isn't right. No, how could you? I made myself clear. I will not be leaving my companions until I have awoken them. Well, I'll give you two choices. 1, get out of my sight right now. 2, I trap you under layers and layers and layers of dreams and you stay lost in limbo forever. I decline. You think you can?
Sakiko reaches into her pocket.
Yes, it's still there.
Iris's necklace has accompanied her through layer after layer of dreams, and it has followed her here. Okay, sure. Now she will save AVE MUJICA. She will save everyone.
Our bet is still on. In their dreams, I saw their innermost thoughts. Even as their wishes came true one by one, they found no happiness in it. There are no hypocrites for it. They're simply in doubt. As the founder of AVE MUJICA, I pledged to them that I would take responsibility for their lives. From the moment I uttered those words, our fates became inseparable. My role is to show them the path to lost dolls. I'll lead them through the fog, for I must.
Center stage. Sakiko Togawa stands. She casts her eye over her slumbering companions, then returns her gaze to Morpheus.
They and you are no more than lost dolls. In the moonlight, the doll takes a temporal life. Awaken. Stop her!
They're roaring! I thought they were cute!
This is our dream. Therefore, we are its master. We will become as we want to be.
Sakiko Togawa slowly raises her hand, and her clothing begins to transform. She recalls the Originium art she learned in her dream, the song she wanted to write. As she had practiced countless times before, she cast down a firm finger. Bro! She learned Originium through her dreams, and Marcelly had to take months to adapt to Terran magic. Upon a white piano key, the note rings clear in every corner, on and off the stage, and bids the threads holding up each doll fall slack. No longer puppeted, they fall to the expanse of the stage, one by one.
Be assured that in the face of all your efforts, I can hardly rest on my own laurels. Despite all our hardships, we came back together and put on a masquerade that belonged to us, didn't we? I want to write a song about our struggles and the possibilities of the future. We are a band. Our destinies are one. This is my answer. Put down the guitar, Mutsumi-chan. You're our princess. We'll be by your side, whatever you do. Cover her ears!
She hugs her guitar tightly.
You're not me. I'm Misaki. Somebody help!
Honestly, what do I do with you? Who is this? The Mutsumis, throwing themselves at Mutsumi, suddenly crash to the ground one by one, as if marionettes whose strings were cut. I'm on your side, Mutsumi-chan. I'll listen to your deepest desire. Wait, huh? This can't be Morpheus. The fully armed brawlers are closing in on Umiri.
Time we put an end to this, Umiri.
They hear the piano!
What? Or what is this song?
Ah, who is this? Oh, it's Francis.
Umiri!
Francis, where did you just drop in from?
Sakiko told us all about it. We're all just figments of your dream, ain't we?
Why would you go and believe her nonsense?
No, don't you see? Everything makes sense now. We trusted you unconditionally because you made us. Now that I've accepted it, I feel so light, so free. Umiri, I could do anything right now. There isn't much time. You've got to get out of this nightmare.
How am I going to?
It's your dream. You got to know.
But once I leave, you're all going to...
When you'd start getting so hung up on crap. Don't you worry. Me and my brothers will think of you when we hold our parties.
Got it.
Go. Don't let her get away.
Miri grabs her bass guitar case by the handle, bends her knees, and lowers her center of gravity.
I'm out of here. Umiri, our sister! Bon voyaggio!
Miss Nyamu?
A song that none of them have ever heard is blaring at maximum volume. Yet there is nobody in the room.
Call the security firm.
She started streaming!
Good morning, Nyamu everyone. Nyamuchi here. Your girl's soaring through the skies of Lungmen right now. I've got a lot of patrol cars behind me in hot pursuit. Whoa, feeling good. Now this is one way to remember Nyamuchi the rest of your lives, huh? And if you do get to hold onto your memories, remember one thing. Nyamuchi is the drummer of AVE MUJICA. I'm Morris.
Meanwhile, at the bottom of the sea,
My memories, they're fading piece by piece. The last trace I had of her, it's being erased. That song. A song of the soul. I say you're mine. You're mine. Look, you're so close, yet still. Light. You're like light. You always had the power to make people gather around you, basking in the light and warmth. That's who you are, Saki-chan.
what, no Seaborn comes to save her? Performing, shouting your heart out, again and again, never to stop.
I apologize. I apologize for the countless times I've hurt you all. But here and now, I want to see you more than anyone. I want to see you as who you really are. The destinies of AVE MUJICA are one. I bear the weight of your lives on my shoulders, so I'll stake my life to protect you. I beg all of you, wake up!
Midnight. The twin moons hang high in the night sky. Now is the hour of the doll's awakening.
Let us commence the world of AVE MUJICA anew.
And now, time for our performance. This is gonna get the VOD demonetized, but whatever, dog, we're watching it again. Turn the volume up. Cinema. They've all broken out of the dream. The ending note settles. Sakiko's hand lingers on the keyboard. Faint echoes of music reverberate on through the empty halls.
Saki-chan?
From beside comes a voice long unheard, yet one could not know any more intimately. She slowly lifts her head. Hello, hermit. Cinema.
We finally got to meet Saki-chan. It feels like I had this long dream and I was this close to never waking up. Saki, we've been going in circles for so long, we almost missed each other again.
And before Sakiko stands not just Uika, but her entire band. It was like someone gave me a
pull, and then I just showed up here. Bleh, why are we being so serious? But Saki, you're smiling so happily.
Sakiko has to squint beneath the bright spotlight hanging above. Everything before her feels so unreal, so dreamlike. But she knows. Once more, they have played the music that belongs to them. The girls of AVE MUJICA have finally come back.
Yes, of course. I'm so happy. Uika, Mutsumi, Yamu, Umiri, I missed you. I missed you so badly. All of you, welcome back.
What about the Morpheus in the room? No, the Cortons!
I'm guessing these things put us to sleep. The dreams, they're not working. No. You can't leave. You have to stay here. Watch out! Wolf!
Morpheus, cut your losses.
Don't you lecture me with your words you cribbed from a storybook.
Sakiko, take them and...
Wait, was Wolf the one who helped them out? Helped them escape? Before Wolf can finish, an army of threads skewers through its arms, expelling the cotton within. Wolf!
Oh crap, up there!
Countless Cortons circle above, weaving a massive dream catcher. Wait, what? It begins to press in towards the girls growing ever larger. Why are the Cortons evil now? Wait, were they behind everything all along?
Morpheus, see the error of your ways.
No, I think they're just being directed by Morpheus. A huge pair of scissors fall from the sky, shredding the dream web into naught but tiny wisps of silk that drift in the air. Giant scissors. No, the Cortons!
Who was that? Ugh!
The girl gives a few twitches in midair before plummeting to the ground, faster and faster.
Are we safe now? What in the world is happening?
Aha! The real Iris and Benna.
Apologies for our lateness. Miss Iris, we owe a debt to your aid. Thank you.
Sakiko is overcome with relief at seeing the familiar fairy. Her exhaustion swiftly catches up and she feels the strength drain from her as she collapses. I think this is their first time meeting in real life. A dull thud echoes through the hall.
Saki-chan!
It's time for some brat correction. Because Ben and Iris are here!
Sakiko? Who is it now?
It's her mother. Wait a minute. I almost thought we were back in the Londinium arc. Bit by bit, Sakiko regains consciousness and is greeted by a faint fragrance. Her eyes flutter open and she finds herself lying on a soft velvet sofa, a brown-haired girl sitting by her side.
Have you come to? You fainted? Going through dreamland after dreamland like that takes a toll on the body. Though I'd say it's quite incredible you lasted that long despite never encountering such originium arts before. Are the others? You needn't fret. I've arranged rooms for them. Benna is with them right now. Oh, I don't believe I've introduced myself. I am Iris, the present master of the Castle of Dreams.
About that. There was a certain brat that called herself the Master of the Dreams. Castle of Dreams?
We've seen plenty of each other in my dreams. If this is the first time meeting, then who were you before? Well, as Morpheus demonstrated for you, some fairies of the Castle of Dreams possess the rare arts to spin dreams. That said, it's no omnipotent thing. What dreams a caster spins are ultimately limited by their own knowledge of the target.
Which explains why Morpheus didn't understand the word world. Because Terrans don't know what that means. Also, there were no Seaborns in her dream oceans.
Morpheus didn't understand you, nor did she regard you as an equal adversary. That is why the dream she spun was so flawed. As for why you met me, I would suppose that was grandmother's work.
Grandmother? There was someone behind the scenes helping them all along. Wait, grandmother? The only grandma we know is a Lupo Beast Lord. Is that the same grandmother or a different one?
Grandmother? Yes, the Castle of Dreams' previous master. She spends all her time in a secluded room to convalesce now, owing to her frail health. She gave me this necklace, you see, and over the last few days, it has been terribly temperamental with its energies. Ben and I scrambled to return just in case something was amiss. What a terrible turn of affairs we found. I see.
So it was Grandma who seeded the necklace inside the dreams. Another hag to add to Rhodes Island's roster, maybe? John Hypergriff Lowlight, is this teasing another hag? A real genuine hag? Some kindly old lady. Something just started up over there. You're not safe anymore. Go the long way around, quick.
Thank you for the warning. I heard from an old woman nearby.
Oh, she was guiding them all along. It was her disguise. Wait, what? She was it? She was multiple NPCs.
You should hurry home.
The florist lady! The nights are dark here. Now don't you get lost again.
Miss Sakiko, as the master of the Castle of Dreams, I beg your forgiveness for all that's transpired. I suppose you could hardly pardon Morpheus after all she's done. Actually, by all rights I should hate her, but I don't feel that way at all. What? She was quite right, actually. AVE MUJICA as a group was never very tightly knit. When I made that initial bet with her, it was solely because I wanted the band members back. It was an act of rash judgment. But after entering their dreams only to be rejected by each of them in turn, it finally dawned on me that I hadn't a clue how they felt inside. Within the dreams she'd spun, we tried to hide our weakest, most fragile parts beneath our beautiful facade. Yet, did I ever attempt to know my companions? With whom I'd spent so many days and nights? Had I truly resolved to bear the weights of their lives? As I fell through the abyss of limbo, these were the questions I asked myself in infinitude. Miss Sakiko? But when I finally straightened out my heart, awakened to my companions and stood once again before Morpheus, it wasn't anger I felt. It was also a deep, deep sorrow. In that moment we looked in each other's eyes, and it hit me. My power was frail no longer. I had friends by my side. While she stood by herself, alone as ever, with naught but creations that bent to her will and whim. She was a dream spinner. She knew better than all of us how nothing in the land of dreams was real. And yet, she still chose to lose herself in such dreams. Surely she must have had her reasons?
When she becomes a playable character, maybe. Then we'll learn about it. You heartless monster. No wonder your parents don't want you? You'll never live through the winter. What the? Victorians, I swear, dog.
You're lying. Get lost, all of you.
Uh-oh, run.
Morpheus, are you alright? Iris, is it true what they said? They're naughty children, right? The fairies won't bring sweet dreams to them, right? I'm not a heartless monster, and my parents didn't abandon me, and I can live through the winter, right? Morpheus.
I feel like all the allusions to Morpheus being a monster and having no heart is once again just a metaphor for oripathy. Surely, right? But if it's oripathy, why didn't they bring Morpheus along to Rhodes Island?
Oh, Iris, answer me.
Why did they let her stay in the Dream Castle? Why does she have to stay in the Dream Castle?
There are reasons that Morpheus cannot live outside the Castle of Dreams. There is no storybook beauty in these lands. What Morpheus had to endure left her unable to place her trust in the sweet dreams of fairy tales. And I know full well that the castle's sweet dreams hardly solve every problem. In the face of reality, what we can accomplish is so very limited. It is but one thing. We nestle a seed deep in the depths of a child's heart. Likely it is what they consider the most important event or thing to them as children. It usually lies quite deep within. But at crucial moments when people are at their weakest, it gives them strength. These words are the very words you spoke to me in my dream, Miss Iris. Now I offer these same words back to you. I venture that perhaps Morpheus is awaiting a dream that lets her become a grown-up, once and for all.
Hold up. What do you mean by that, Hypergriff? What is Morpheus? Is she a terminally ill child? Is she dead? Is her soul... Does she no longer have a physical body that lets her venture outside the Castle of Dreams? Is she on life support inside the Castle of Dreams? What is going on here?
As the moon rises, the doll takes on a life. See, have the moons not risen?
Actually, those aren't the real moons of Terra. You're just looking into the star pod. Iris looks outside. Pale and gentle moonlight shines down on the two of them through the castle window.
Yes, you're right. Furthermore, Miss Iris, I do have a request. Pray tell, I'll do what's in my power.
Bring us to Rhodes Island, please, so we could become playable operators.
The five of us have awakened from our dreams, but we don't seem to have returned to our own world. Being the master of the Castle of Dreams, I was wondering if you might know a method by which we could go back? I happened to hear them describe this world of yours while you were unconscious. From what I could gather, it certainly doesn't sound like any city on Terra. But I've never happened across a case like yours before, and the full trawl of the castle's archives turned up nothing either. I intend to contact Rhodes Island. The doctor there is quite learned and should know a way to send you back.
Huh, about that. Yeah, about that.
Rhodes Island? The pharmaceutical company? Indeed, you dreamt of it. Yes, I'd been keen on visiting again, and I have some old friends I'd like to meet while I'm, Is something the matter? I'm starting to forget what they looked like.
Iris gently takes Sakiko's hand, as though anticipating her confusion.
Miss Sakiko, you've been through so many people's dreams. I'm sure you know the castle's rules through and through by now. As with all dreams, the memories will begin to blur and fade from the moment you wake up. Someday or other, you'll return to your world, and when you do, you'll forget about me, about the castle's sweet dreams, about Terra itself. How could I? But what happens here will not simply be for naught. Perhaps you and your friends will have to confront these recurring problems when you go back, but I trust you'll prevail. Even if you forget everything that's happened here, you'll remember the courage you showed in times of hardship. Yes, I trust we will too. And when we return to our own world, AVE MUJICA will remain together as AVE MUJICA. And I, Master of the Castle of Dreams, will forever remember you as you are now, as children. Perhaps I'll show up again one day, when you're all grown up, and when I do, I hope you and your friends will still be writing the story of your lives through music. We have a promise.
Is Benna here?
What's that noise outside the door? We don't have another troublemaker, do we?
Sakiko hurries to open the door.
Saki-chan, you're awake. Are you feeling okay? I'm fine. Can you explain what all the noise out here is about? We're setting up a new stage, and Miss Benna's making Morpheus use these little creatures to carry stuff around. New stage? Yeah, who knows how long we'll be here for. Might as well rehearse while we've got the chance. There's so many songs I still want to work on. Morpheus wanted to build a stage in a dream, but we and Miss Benna unanimously shot that down. Yeah, I'll pass on dreams for the next while. Agreed. Won't somebody show me a smidge of concern? Why am I being given hard labor?
I think you're gonna be a summoner. Surely. You're gonna be a 5-star summoner. Probably, at best. I don't know if you're 6-star material for now. But then again, we've had NPC villains become 6 stars. Benna accompanying Morpheus offers no words, instead simply giving one of Morpheus's fluffy ears a nice hard flick.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
You did the crime, now you do the time, Morpheus.
Oh, you're in this with me, Wolf. Go for that, fit that last light.
Alright.
Wolf places its hands on the ground and in a snap transforms before everyone's eyes into a bestial shape. With the light's power core gently held in its jaws, it leaps up to the top shelf and effortlessly drapes it over.
Well, how's that for a new stage? It's so pretty.
Yamu giddily leaps on stage and darts around the set after elaborate set.
Hardly a challenge for me. Are you forgetting the most important part? The instruments. Stop flicking my ears. I'll bring them out now.
Each instrument appears on stage while Morpheus is still shielding her ears, and the band takes their places.
Still feels good in my hands. Here's hoping the dream long blank I had didn't screw up my muscle memory. Sakiko, we're all ready. Come on.
Sakiko looks up to see her companions on stage, the spotlight shining on each one of them, as well as a familiar keyboard that seems to be calling for a return.
I look forward to your performance, Miss Sakiko. We missed out on seeing the whole thing last time. Now we can make up for that.
Getting to attend your performance, not as an enemy but as a friend, makes me happier than anything.
Oh, you people are such goody two-shoes. Anyhow, I'll be listening closely. What are you laughing at? Don't you think you could walk all over me just because Iris and Ben are here?
This brat has been corrected.
Nothing. I'm coming now.
Sakiko takes her bandmate's hands and steps onto the stage of AVE MUJICA. Much as when the last piece of the puzzle falls in place, the picture comes as no particular surprise, but it is the very moment when everything becomes whole again.
Everyone, upon this land, we shall leave our sound.
In the moonlight, the doll takes on a temporal life. Beneath their marionette forms, the girl's secrets lie. fear, love, sorrow, death, oblivion. In a castle of dreams, secrets and sins join together and come alive once more. Raise your candle high. Be brave through the thorns. Part this fog. Here a new fairy tale is born.
This is a wondrous adventure story of us, the dolls. Welcome to the world of AVE MUJICA.
Cinema. Peak. I quite enjoyed that. Even though I know nothing of Bang Dream or AVE MUJICA, the storytelling was right on par with Arknights proper. Unlike certain other collabs that we've had, with just one other collab that we've had, the rest were fine. But this one, I liked it. They found a way to make isekaiing a bunch of normal high schoolers onto Terra interesting. Instead of just making them go through, I don't know, normal Terran tragedies like Oripathy, put them into the Castle of Dreams. Widen the world building. We haven't had a full storyline involving the Castle of Dreams yet, as far as I know. And the world just got bigger. That's what I wanted from my collabs. It's an opportunity for more world building with the perspectives of different characters from different IPs. So far, every single collab, sans one other collab, has done that. And I think that's what I enjoy the most about these collabs. We get a different perspective on Terra and how Terran world building and story interacts with different types of characters that wouldn't necessarily fit in Arknights. It's wild how these high school girls have a better fitting storyline in Arknights than Dungeon Meshi! Still wild, never gonna let that down. Anyway, that's the finale of our story reading of the AVE MUJICA collab, Somniloquium Serenum. That was fun. But now it's time for them to become playable characters. As operators. Tomorrow we will be back for some EX stages. And I feel like we need to correct Morpheus once more in EX challenge mode. Thank you to everyone to stop by, chilled out, and chat, and watched us read and react through Somniloquium Serenum. We'll be back at it again with some more Arknights soon. But until then, my name is Nez, and thanks for watching. I'm gonna see friendos next time. Bye-bye.